Okay, anybody else? Yes?
It is a form of currency. Gold is what we use to trade and barter.
Gold is used as money. Certainly the Quran confirms that. Gold is also used for ornamental purposes, yes. And it is in the context of the gold being used as ornaments that men are not allowed to use them. But a man could have gold coins in his pocket, no problem with that. Men are not allowed to use gold in an ornamental way, as jewelry. And men are not allowed to wear silk. The reason being, إن الله يحب الذين يقاتلون في سبيله صفا كأنهم بنيان مرصوص. Allah loves those who fight in His way in rows as though they were unbroken walls. But that you don't hear about nowadays. We have an Islam today that is devoid of the armed struggle. Not an armed struggle to oppress. Not an armed struggle to commit aggression. Not at all. But an armed struggle to defend yourself. To defend the deen when you are attacked. That armed struggle, you talk about it today. You're a terrorist? A man who wears gold and who wears silk is unlikely to have the heart of a lion and the courage of a lion, because he's now become wedded to the dunya. But a man who says, the dunya can go, the dunya can go, all I need is a little bit of food to eat and some clothes on my back, I'm on my way to the battlefield. I don't care for that dunya. I'm on my way to the battlefield. When I'm on the battlefield, take care of my wife and my children for me. That is a soldier. That is a servant of Allah. Gold for a man and silk for a man hinders and obstructs the development of that kind of personality, that mental psyche of being prepared to fight on the battlefield. So this is what awaits them. In addition to the bracelets of gold, they will wear green garments of silk and brocade. You didn't get it in this world, you go get it there. Silk and brocade. And in that world you're going to have couches. I guess there will be couches that you could rock a little bit with it. Couches on which you will recline. Hum wa azwajuhum, they and their wives. Hum wa azwajuhum. What an excellent reward for those people, and how good a place of rest awaits them. If you stand firm while this evil storm is blowing through the world, the Sura El Kehf has explained to you. Now comes the story. The dunya, when it attacks, seeks to corrupt the heart. When Dajjal attacks, he will seek to corrupt the heart. One of the means that he uses to corrupt the heart is the wealth of this world. The wealth of this world, when it replaces Allah in the heart, then no longer do you live for Allah. You now live for the Toyota Camry. You live for a nice house that you want to build. You live for some woman you want to marry. I live for you. I'll die for you. Everything I do it for you. That is called shirk. That is called shirk. What is in your heart is what you worship. Whatever takes priority in your heart is what you worship. Whatever stands tallest in your heart is what you worship. Whoever has the last say in your heart is what you worship. So when the dunya takes over the heart, Dajjal has succeeded in corrupting you with shirk. I think you and I will recognize that this has succeeded in the world today. And the overwhelming majority of mankind, illa masha'Allah, have fallen prey of this attack. وَضْرِبْ لَهُمْ مَثَلًا أَصْحَابُ No. Where are we? وَضْرِبْ لَهُمْ مَثَلًا رَجُلَيْنِ جَعَلْنَا لِأَحَدِهِمَا جَنَّتَيْنِ مِنْ أَعْنَابٍ Tell them the story of the two men. Two men to whom we had given two men, one of whom we had given two gardens. And because these are gardens with date palms, and in between the date palms there are fields of corn, grain. And because these gardens yielded crops in abundance, never failed to produce an abundant crop, and because these gardens had a stream, a river running in between them, and therefore there was natural irrigation, and because this man therefore had produce in abundance and therefore was wealthy, this wealth now became a test and a trial for him, and he failed the test. His friend did not possess this wealth. He was poor. And the rich man was so corrupted by his wealth that he came to the conclusion that because he's rich, he's a somebody. Oh, we have a brother from Washington here today, Hisham Abdul Rahman. We welcome Hisham, but Hisham sometimes I use a little bit of Trinidadian English. Alright? Because he was wealthy, he considered himself to be a somebody. And because that man was poor, he considered him to be a nobody. So when a somebody dies, you have plenty of people coming to that funeral. So you have to have some speech, I think. You must start off with one speech, and then after a few years you make it two people speaking, and then one day you go attend a funeral with 10 speeches, because it's a somebody who died. But when the nobody dies, you don't have to talk in his funeral. Who want to talk in a nobody funeral? This is why the blessed messenger of Allah, who have more sense than you and me, the blessed messenger of Allah said, I leave behind me two things. So long as you hold on to them, you will never go astray. The book of Allah and my way, my sunnah. And his sunnah is whether you are somebody or whether you're nobody, we all take you down the same way. No difference, no difference. When you die, we're going to give you a bath. We will then clothe you to make you a janazah. We will then perform the salatul janazah over your body, and we'll then bury you. That is it. Nothing else. After the burial, you could hold as much memorial functions as you want. You could talk and give all the speeches you want. because we don't bury the man. But from the time of death to the time of burial, this is the sunnah. Those who violate this sunnah and get up to give talks other than a brief explanation of what is a Salatul Janazah, that is permissible. To briefly explain to the gathering what is a Salatul Janazah, that is permissible. But other than that, I went to a funeral. It not only had a speech, it was a woman who was speaking. Yeah. And she was giving a talk and speaking about the woman who died, who was shot, and what a great woman she was. Even though I had sent a message to the grieving family, make sure that there are no speeches in this funeral. So, they believe that when you are wealthy, you are somebody, and when you're poor, you are nobody. So he said, the rich man said to the poor man, bandying words with him. Piquant, let's call it in Trinidad. أَنَا أَكْثَرُ مِنْكَ مَالًا وَأَعَزُّ نَفَرًا. Man, I richer than you, and I have more people in my entourage to open the car door when I come and thing, to shine the shoes and thing. I have more people following me than you, therefore I am superior to you. وَدَخَلَ جَنَّتَهُ وَهُوَ ظَالِمٌ لِنَفْسِهِ. And so he entered into the garden in this state of sin against his very soul. قال ما أظن أن تبيد هذه أبدا. He declared, oh, I don't think that this that I possess will ever go away from me. I will have it forever and ever and ever. I mean, that man living in an illusionary world, he's fantasizing, it will never go away from me. وَمَا أَظُنُّ السَّاعَةَ قَائِمَةً. Me, I don't bother about the last day, when the last day will come. I don't even believe that will ever happen. وَإِن رُدِدْتُ إِلَىٰ رَبِّي لَأَجِدَنَّ خَيْرًا مِنْهَا مُنْقَلَبًا. And even if what the Maulana and them talking about, that you have to return to your Lord and you're going to be judged and things, man, I live in such a good life, I expect that when I go to Him, I go get better than what I have here. This is real fantasy, eh? This is real fantasy. Not only has his wealth corrupted his heart, his wealth has destroyed his capacity to be able to think properly and to reach the reality of things. So he's living in a fantasy world. I'm accustomed to it myself. People like this attack me and declare I'm a great security risk in this country. وَلَئِنْ رُدِدْتُ إِلَىٰ رَبِّي لَأَجِدَنَّ خَيْرًا مِنْهَا مُنْقَلَبًا. Now the poor man responded, قَالَ لَهُ صَاحِبُهُ وَهُوَ يُحَاوِرُهُ. The poor man responded, and he's also arguing with the rich man. أَكَفَرْتَ بِالَّذِي خَلَقَكَ مِنْ تُرَابٍ ثُمَّ مِنْ نُطْفَةٍ ثُمَّ سَوَّاكَ رَجُلًا. Are you going to commit a blasphemy? To blaspheme against He, Allah, who created you out of dust? Min turab? Allah created you from dust. You're blaspheming against Allah because you're not recognizing that it is Allah's grace, Allah's bounty which has come to you. You should show thanks to Allah. You should be humble with what Allah has given to you. And you should use what Allah has given to you in a manner which He has ordained that you should use. Spend it in the way of Allah, who created you out of dust.